Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Please direct your attention to the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen.
The Great Migration over the Oregon Trail began in 1842, bringing thousands of settlers to Oregon's fertile land. Upon passage of the Federal Homestead Act in 1862, a citizen over 21 years of age could claim 160 acres of unoccupied land for a fee of $34. In Oregon, over 9 million acres were acquired by settlers under the Homestead Act. By 1900, Portland became the regional center of commerce, including a lively real estate marketplace. In 1908, the National Association of Realtors was formed to create unity and to establish a code of ethics. And it was in 1911 that the National Association of Realtors granted a charter to the Portland Realty Board, making it among the first chartered boards in the country. The Portland Realty Board was formed to promote and protect private property ownership and to establish a code of ethics that would serve as a guide for real estate salesmen. In 1919, the state of Oregon took the lead and became the first state in the Union to implement real estate licensing laws. In 1928, the Portland Realty Board resolved to create an award to honor those citizens who were instrumental in making Portland the prosperous and industrious city it had become. Thus was born the Portland First Citizen Award, an annual tradition proudly represented by the Portland Metropolitan Association of Realtors since its 1928 inception. The First Citizen Medallion is crafted of silver and symbolizes a strong, courageous citizen who crusades for ideals. The torch in the medallion represents light and truth. The seal of Oregon, along with an escutcheon of Mount Hood, signify the land of promise of pioneer times and today.
I would say it's I guess, the culmination of a life's dream. What a way to honor people who feel that this was my community and it's my responsibility to give something back.
It validated the work that we do, and it said to us that there are people out there that notice and care about the work that we do.
In 1928, Portland's first citizen was honored, Benjamin Selling. Born in 1862, Selling established several successful retail businesses and went on to serve in the state legislature. Through the years, the recipients of the Portland First Citizen Award are considered to be on the honor roll of our citizens. Today, their names grace our city's highways, bridges, and architecture. Henry Van Duzer, Thomas Harry Banfield, Judge Donald E. Long, Glenn Jackson, and Harold and Arlene Schnitzer. Our first citizens have been instrumental in shaping Oregon's commerce. Shipyard industrialist Edgar Kaiser, lumber exporter Hillman Ludeman, Tektronix founder Howard Vollum, and retail magnate Fred G. Meyer. Distinguished medical professionals include Dr. Leo Sherman Lucas, who dedicated 37 years of service to Portland Shriners Hospital for crippled children, and OHSU pioneer heart surgeon Dr. Albert Starr. Dedicated educators have devoted their careers to enriching our youth and include Lewis and Clark College President Dr. Morgan Odell, Portland School Superintendent Dr. Matthew Prophet Jr., and Self-Enhancement co-founder Tony Hobson. Although they hail from all walks of life, the common thread among every Portland First Citizen is their commitment to Portland and its people. Each has provided his or her unique contributions for the betterment of our citizens and communities through their dedicated volunteerism, visionary leadership, and philanthropic contributions. They truly are the riches of our city.
Having the opportunity to work with individuals to help them be stronger is very, very important, and it makes all the difference.
Portland owes much to its founders and civic leaders. It is with this appreciation in mind that we honor these many men and women who since 1928 have dedicated themselves to the enrichment of our communities.
PMAR is a resource for us. They provide a venue for ethics issues. They provide a venue for dispute resolution services. They provide an educational service for our members. They're a place for the public to go when they have questions about real estate. They're the focal point of advocating for legislative and regulatory issues in our state and in our community. One of the areas that we as realtors have been very interested in our role as advocates for private property rights and home ownership is the mortgage interest deduction. That's really critical for homeowners in their strive to succeed as homeowners and to retain their homes, is the ability to write off their property taxes and their mortgage interest deduction as part of their tax return.
The Code of Ethics goes back 100 years, which is as old as PMAR is. And those who are members of the Realtor Association are required to agree that they will subscribe to that Code of Ethics. And it really is the backbone of the organization in terms of providing guidelines for professionalism, for protection of the public, as well as just assuring that everybody involved in real estate transactions are treated fairly. And I think it makes all the difference in the world as we work in a profession that's trying to help the public realize the American dream of home ownership. Best practices is something that took place 10 years ago when a group of leaders of real estate companies in the Portland area voluntarily got together and decided that we needed even additional enhancements to the Code of Ethics. What we came up with was additional concepts for professionalism.
Part of the mission, I think, of PMAR is to be a resource to the community. And one of the really big benefits in the How Northwest website is this database of loan programs, and this is there for the public to look at and to search, and it's very content rich. There's a tremendous number of programs. The staff here at PMAR keeps that information up to date, so you can be confident that what you're reading really is what's going on out there.
We are very involved in community service issues, getting involved in our local governments, and I think in this last year the members of our association here in Portland have donated some 28,000 hours of community service. When our schools do well, when our children do well, when our sports teams win, we celebrate that right along with the community. It's important that we honor these folks that are first citizens of the community, because they they demonstrate such a fine example of how one person can accomplish a lot just through their commitment, through their vision of what can be done. And so that has served as a good example for us as realtors, what we can do to help our communities.
The Portland Metropolitan Association of Realtors is proud to present the Portland First Citizen Award in recognition of what makes Portland great, individuals who have dedicated themselves to civic leadership.
I say not only to my fellow award recipients, but also to the future recipients of this reward. This is a trust that has been given us. Don't take it lightly. Take it to your heart and do as best as you can to preserve this quality of life we hold so dear.